Yo, this is boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking Derek White, y'all, and his unfortunate, untimely injury right now, okay? I don't know the severity of it as of this video, but I know I'm blowed. And just in case, if you're not a member of the African American community and didn't get that last reference, this is another example of how I feel. Bruh, words cannot describe how disappointed I am to hear this news, man. I feel bad for Derek White. I feel bad for the Spurs. I feel bad for Spurs Nation, man. This is just a blow. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel. Okay, I don't want to come across like I'm panicking. It's not like he's out for the season, but we really don't know how long he's really going to be out, to be honest with you, especially when you're dealing with the San Antonio Spurs, a team that's very cautious in bringing people back. To be honest with you, I'm surprised they brought him back as quickly as they did. I think everyone was surprised. It was like he was out, and then the next day he was in. I figured he'd be out a few more games, and I kind of wish they would have held him back a few more games, you know. I looked it up on Google, the little bit I know, and I'm definitely not a doctor, so don't judge me. And, you know, usually fractured toes take about 6 to 8 weeks to heal. And I don't know anything, you know, special, you know, anything particular about his injury as of this video. Like, I don't know what part of the foot or part of the toe that's fractured. I know it's a different part. It's not the same part. It's the same toe, but not the same bone. Oh my gosh, I didn't know we had that many bones in our little toes, okay? So, I mean, you could be cautiously optimistic, but if you're looking at 2 months of him being out, maybe a couple weeks more with him, with the Spurs being cautious, this guy can be out, man, till like, you know, we're looking at like late March, probably, you know, if this thing goes south, okay? And then if he has another setback, I see the Spurs pulling the plug on his season. You know, let's say we're not doing that well in the standings. Let's say, you know, the playoffs are out of reach. I could see them sitting him for the rest of the year. They just paid him that big contract, which I don't regret because he earned it and he deserves it. But man, I got to tell you, man, when you're dealing with athletes, particularly basketball players and their feet, you got to be really careful, man. Really careful. Even if you played pickup ball or played high school ball or rec ball, you know, man, if you hurt your foot, you even have like a sore on your foot, it could totally change your game. Totally change how you move, how quick you are. It could be a nuisance, man. I remember back in the day, people teasing Shaq about having toe problems, and I think he just had like a toe sprain, and that lingered for a couple seasons, man, a season or two, and people were making jokes. But I'm like, you got big old Shaq Diesel and all that weight on that toe. That's significant, man. That's significant. These guys need their feet to be almost perfect, man, especially a player like Derek White, intense on the defensive end, you know, a drive and kick type player on the offensive end. Man, this is nerve-wracking right here, man. And the fact that he hurt the same toe the first game back, what are the odds? I mean, it's not his fault, and I'm not blaming him. I don't want to come across like I'm blaming him because obviously it's not his fault. But that's kind of eerie. That's very eerie. Speaking of eerie, it just feels like the timing couldn't be worse, man, because we were just about to see what this Murray, you know, White backcourt could do. Even if you don't like Murray, you know, maybe you see White as a suitable replacement, which, you know, I feel like the two players can always play together. They're better together. I was hoping to see that soon because the Spurs can use that defensively. They definitely can use it on the offensive end. And then, boom, this happens, man. This is just, you know, this is bad because if it was a sprain, maybe. But when you start dealing with fractures, especially small fractures like that, man, you know, the healing process probably isn't absolute at all, man. So, man, I'm kind of hurt by this. I hope D White is in good spirits, man. I hope he comes back stronger than ever. I just hope this isn't some type of chronic situation, man, because again, the idea of just breaking the same toe twice or keep spraining the same toe, and then the position on the foot, man, it's just weird, man. It makes me wonder, was the surgery a bit botched? Maybe it helped his part of the toe, helped the part of the toe that needed the help, but made the other area of the toe more vulnerable. I don't know, man. I'm just guessing here, y'all. I'm not a doctor, man. Well, I just want to make this video, vent a little bit about D White. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this situation. Check out the other videos on the channel, and thanks for rocking with me. Peace.